The atmosphere at the BTS concert in Munich on the second day was once again filled with moments that made it difficult for thousands of ARMYs to take their eyes off the stage. In the midst of a lively performance, Jungkook and Jimin suddenly shared a brief interaction that instantly sparked various speculations among the audience. Many thought the two were having an awkward moment, but the reality revealed just a few seconds later filled the entire stadium with smiles and cheers. The moment began when Jimin walked toward the side of the stage where Jungkook was standing. From the audience's camera angle, Jungkook's expression looked so serious as he kept staring at Jimin. Within seconds, the atmosphere among the audience shifted. Some fans even admitted they thought something unusual was about to happen because the two seemed to look at each other with very little movement. Footage from various camera angles quickly circulated on social media. The video clip, lasting just a few seconds, sparked many comments because it had not yet shown the full situation. Some suspected Jungkook was giving a signal to Jimin, while others were curious about why Jimin kept approaching with a subtle smile. However, when full versions of the video began to surface, all those assumptions gradually changed. Right as Jimin got close to him, Jungkook let out a wide smile that he had been holding back for a few seconds. Jimin immediately replied with a warm gaze and a sweet smile, turning the atmosphere in the stadium much warmer. ARMY's cheers instantly erupted throughout the Munich stadium. Many audience members who were previously just recording the song performance suddenly redirected their cameras toward Jungkook and Jimin so as not to miss the very brief interaction. Some could even be heard screaming as soon as the two smiled at each other on stage. What made this moment feel even more special was their natural expressions. There were no exaggerated gestures, no scenes intentionally made dramatic. Just a gaze, a smile, and a brief interaction that managed to steal the attention of tens of thousands of spectators in an instant. On social media, many ARMYs called the moment one of the sweetest interactions during the second day of the Munich concert. Video clips quickly spread across various platforms, complete with various analyses from fans trying to interpret what actually happened on stage. Some fans argued that the shooting angle was the main reason why many people initially misunderstood. From one side, Jungkook's expression did look serious. However, from another angle, it was clear that he was trying to hold back a smile before finally laughing together with Jimin. Small interactions like this often become a unique attraction in BTS concerts. In between grand choreography and high-energy performances, spontaneous moments between members often become the most memorable memories for the audience because they feel so natural and unforced. The second day of the Munich concert itself was filled with various highlights, ranging from stable vocal performances, incredible energy on stage, to the chemistry between members that continues to draw ARMY's attention. Every small movement caught on camera seemed to have its own story, and became a topic of long discussion after the concert ended. Despite lasting only a few seconds, Jungkook and Jimin's interaction once again showed why the two always manage to create memorable moments at every concert. It is not because of grand actions or spectacular surprises, but rather because of a simple spontaneity that is able to make thousands of spectators immerse themselves in the atmosphere. In the end, the moment that had caused many ARMYs to misunderstand actually ended with a heartwarming smile. The stadium, which was initially filled with curiosity, turned into an ocean of cheers and laughter when Jungkook and Jimin showed their closeness through a brief and sincere interaction. In your opinion, what actually made Jungkook and Jimin look at each other before finally smiling? Is this one of the sweetest jikook moments during the second day of the Munich concert? Or is there another interaction that you think is more memorable? Moments before the interaction took place, the atmosphere in the Munich stadium already felt so lively. Thousands of ARMYs sang along in unison to the song, while an ocean of ARMY bombs emitted a purple light that filled almost every corner of the stadium. The audience's energy continued to rise as the BTS members moved around to greet fans from various sides of the stage. Amidst the formation change, the stage spotlights gradually shifted to follow the movements of the members. The giant screen then displayed Jungkook standing on one side of the stage with a focused expression. Not long after, the camera also caught Jimin walking in the same direction, causing many audience members to spontaneously shift their eyes to the main screen. That was the moment the atmosphere suddenly changed. Some ARMYs began to raise their phones higher to record, as if sensing there would be an interesting interaction between the two. The cheers that previously filled the stadium slowly mixed with curious voices from the audience as the distance between Jungkook and Jimin grew closer. Within seconds, the camera stayed locked on the two without switching to other members. From that camera angle, many audience members admitted they wondered what would happen next. That slight tension kept thousands of pairs of eyes glued to the giant screen, waiting to see how the brief moment would end. The reason why so many armies initially misunderstood turned out to be inseparable from the video clips that first circulated on social media. Most fan cams only recorded the few seconds when Jungkook looked at Jimin with an expression that appeared serious. Without showing what happened before or after, the short snippet left many fans wondering and trying to guess the actual situation. The shooting angle also influenced the impression that emerged. From one side, Jungkook's expression looked flat, giving rise to various interpretations among the audience. Meanwhile, Jimin was seen walking closer with a smile that was not clearly caught on camera. This difference in perspective made the exact same moment look very different to each viewer. It didn't take long for footage from other angles to start surfacing. When the more complete videos circulated, the picture of the situation became much clearer. The interaction that was initially deemed tense by some fans actually ended with a warm smile shared by the two, followed by the cheers of the audience filling the stadium. The moment was then understood more as a relaxed interaction on stage rather than something serious. This event once again showed how a video clip lasting a few seconds can give rise to various speculations when it has not been viewed as a whole. After the sequence of moments was witnessed from start to finish, many armies admitted they felt relieved and smiled because Jungkook and Jimin's interaction brought a warm atmosphere that became one of the sweet memories from the second day of the Munich concert. After the full videos from various angles began to circulate, armies' reaction on social media changed quite drastically. If at first many admitted they were worried because they thought something had happened between Jungkook and Jimin, the discussion atmosphere then turned into one filled with laughter and relief after the entire moment could be witnessed. Many fans essentially stated that their first impression was far different from what was actually seen in the more complete footage. A number of armies admitted they initially really thought Jungkook was showing a serious expression to Jimin. However, after seeing the continuation of the video, they were instead made to smile because the interaction ended in a warm atmosphere they did not expect before. Not a few also assessed that the full video provided a completely different context compared to the short clip that went viral first. According to them, the sequence of moments from start to finish showed that their interaction was relaxed and managed to create one of the most memorable moments during the second day of the Munich concert. In various discussion columns, many armies also reminded fellow fans not to rush to conclusions based only on a video clip lasting a few seconds. For them, moments on stage often look different when viewed from another camera angle or in a more complete version. In fact, after the entire sequence of videos emerged, Jungkook and Jimin's interaction was seen as further showcasing their spontaneous chemistry, which successfully filled the stadium with smiles and cheers. That brief moment on the second day in Munich once again proved that it is not only grand performances and choreography that always remain in the hearts of fans. Sometimes, a gaze, a smile, or a spontaneous interaction that lasts only a few seconds becomes the memory most often talked about after a concert is over. That is what makes every BTS performance feel different, and always holds unpredictable surprises. With the concert tour still continuing in various cities, ARMY's attention is now increasingly focused on spontaneous moments that might happen again on stage. Many fans certainly hope there will be more warm interactions between members caught on camera and once again become a topic of conversation on social media. Will this moment in Munich be remembered as one of Jungkook and Jimin's most memorable interactions during a tour? Or will there be another sweeter surprise waiting in the next city? The answer will certainly only be revealed as the subsequent concerts take place. In your opinion, did this moment on the second day in Munich really make many armies misunderstand at first? And if you had to choose, which of Jungkook and Jimin's interactions is the most memorable throughout this concert tour?